awesome. And when I'm not,
promise you'll be good from day to day. Do as mother says.
I'm rusty. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry about that. I'm rusty.
Yeah, speaking of rusty.
Go ahead. That's right. Right at the right time.
Man hit that with it.
Tell me about
Yes,
that.
his elbow was a good segue.
Perfect time.
But you have to always practice.
It's like oiling the engine. You got to keep putting the oil in. And if you stop throwing a ball for 5 years, 8 years, you go to pick it up, you're not going to throw it like you used to. It's just you don't.
If you don't practice something, your talent just withers away on you. That's how it goes.
It's true. You know, I'm so happy to be with you. I wish I could just like reach through and give you a hug and a kiss, but I can't. So I'm not gonna.
No, I can't. I can't
do it. I just want to tell you, man. You know, I don't care how many people are here or not. I love you, brother. I love you, man.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said I love you, bro.
We're having a glitch.
You, man.
We're experiencing operating difficulties. Please stand by.
Benny boy, what's happening?
I can't hear you, Craig. Everything is muffled.
I'm going to take you down, Jimmy. You're having, ladies and gentlemen, just let me say hello to you guys till Jimbo comes back. He will be back. Maureen, how are you? Stevie, what's up, my brother? What's happening, Osada? It's always a pleasure. It's good to be back, man. It feels good. I feel refreshed. I don't know if you guys heard me. You just popped in. I was saying the summer got crazy, and before you know it, yeah, honestly, I could have used a little bit of a break, but things just got crazy and, good crazy, like, some opportunities presented themselves and, you got to take care of things, you got to take care of the fam. And before you know it, I don't even know, maybe 5 months we haven't did anything. So here we are. The band is back together. You might see some names missing. Timmy Irish, Nikki, they'll be back. They got some stuff they're doing, but it's great to see the names and the faces. Davey T, my man, what's happening? We're waiting for Jimmy to pop back in. He will. If you guys, as you could see, we got a big budget now, so we got. Hopefully, the sound is a little better. I'm still working on some things in here, and it's gonna get right. I want to, have a decent presentation for you guys. That's the least we can do. How you guys doing, man? Davey, Benny, Stevie boy, what's happening? Maureen, it's always a pleasure. I'd like to say something on a serious note before we're gonna have a ton of laughs with Jim. You know that. Davey, it's something that me and you had talked about through email, and I hope. I hope she's okay. Cinnamon Girl. Has anybody seen her on YouTube? Like I haven't been really seeing anything on YouTube since we've been off. Now I can't say I didn't watch things. I late at night, sports, whatever, but I was not like glued to any channels or nothing like that. I really never was anyway. But I haven't seen much. But Cinnamon Girl is somebody that's always kept in touch with me, like phone calls, texting, Facebook. And I'm a little concerned, I hope she's, I hope somebody, I just hope, she's fine. And, maybe she changed her number. The last we spoke, I know she was moving from one place to another state with one of her children. So that was good. And we actually were talking, and through the months of she knew I was busy and I was doing things, and she knew that kind of. Stevie, we talked a few times. Davey, we talked a few times. Benny. I try to I couldn't really predict. Honestly, I wasn't sure. Like I almost wound up with something where I wouldn't have had time to do this. But you know what? I'm excited to be back. It feels good. I want you guys to know I brought out the special transitions for you tonight. As you notice, we got a headset for a change. I hope the sound is a little better. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, my man, 50 grand. They didn't hear the whole too sweet to be sour, the man of the hour. We pick it up right where we left off, my brother. You're freezing on me. You know what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to have to. You got me, Jimbo? Yeah. How are you now? Yeah, I got him. I got him. Yeah, I got you, Jimbo. Your fans want you to say hello to them. Oh, he took himself down again. So while Jimmy figures out to pay for his, we got to get paid for the Wi-Fi, because I'm sure he's hacking on the guy upstairs. He's definitely pulling his Wi-Fi. I hope everybody's well. Maureen, how are you? Davey, Benny, what are you speaking of? Osada, how's the chocolates coming along? Hope everybody's well, you know, getting ready for the holidays. I try to, obviously they all fell. You guys would have been proud of me. I put up all Christmas lights for you, to try to make this festive. And as you can see, as in construction, I had a hard time putting up these LED lights. But anyway, on to the next task. Everybody's good. Thumbs up in there. All the shows, is how's Tommy Stiggs? If anybody, sees Tom, tell Tom I send my best. I just haven't really, I saw chatting with Stacks a little bit. We talked a little, I keep in touch with Billy, OG Mike from the OG Mike show. I did a couple things with him on Italian culture. He asked me to do some stuff with him. So that's recent. I just did that sauce, gravy. What do we call it? Who calls it sauce? Who calls it gravy? Then we got into, he's got another episode dropping. And we got some good stuff coming up. Davey, I know you're a Papa Chubby guy, who happens to be my cousin. He's he called me yesterday. We had a nice conversation. He told me to call him Monday, and we're looking for Tuesday. We're looking to do a really nice interview with him. Tuesday, it's going to be weird having an interview with my cousin. I think we were laughing. I said, it's going to be some weird shit, man. But no different. It's good to see the names, man. You don't realize it, Like, honestly, in the beginning, I was like, I could have used a break. True. Because, a lot of this shit, honestly, you bring on yourself, like getting upset with people because I don't agree with their behavior or how they act, or, you know what, man, whatever. Let's have fun. So I came back a changed man. I'm nice and calm, right? I'm nice and calm. I got this, like, really cool sound machine, and I'll make you guys laugh. I have no clue what to do with it. So just to let you know, it looks really nice, guys. And that's that. We're waiting for Jimbo to come in. Yeah, Papa Chub, Ted, Benny. Yeah, he's psyched to do our show. Honestly, he plays all over the country, all over the world. I really didn't even know, honestly, how big my cousin was in Europe. And Maddie Sweeney, who's always in our chat, and me and Maddie, even though we were not on the air, I've met up with Maddie many times, like Timmy, Irish, and whatnot, many times. Maddie went to a Papa Chubby show with me, and he likes the music. But yeah, Teddy's his name, and he's got a story to tell. That's a story and a half. So I'll leave that up to him. He'll do all that, telling about how he grew up, we grew up, and gonna be some good stuff. Then we got some, we're gonna just do what we do. But I'm gonna be on the Patreon stuff. Just I'll just be more no holds barred, meaning we're not really. I say the wrong thing here. I mean, I personally, I don't really give a shit. Here we go again. I'm not concerned about constantly getting. They're going to demonetize it. Whatever. We don't make sense here anyway. Whatever. Do what you got to do. Jimmy seems to be having a problem. So please, guys, I know. Here we go. You haven't seen me in 5 months, and Craig's dropping the ball. We seem to be having an issue with Wi-Fi on his end. He's calling me now. No, that's not him. Don't let my wife know. Some girl, Agnes, just called me. I have no idea who that is. Catherine, if you're watching, I don't know. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So on that platform, I'm going to say a lot more about people I was, about things that I didn't feel comfortable talking about here, and you guys knew what they were. But on that platform, like I heard this last 4 or 5 months in the whole whatever with the mob tube genre, I think it is. I heard it's been getting even worse, like a cesspool. I don't know. I haven't really tuned in. If that's the case, is Stevie is mind buffering too? Are you guys having a hard time with me as well? Because one thing I do know is where I am, I'm confident that the cable bill was paid. Now, full transparency, if this was in my house, there's a good chance we'd be hacking into the neighbor's Wi-Fi. Oh, all right, Davey, I'm good. So this is even better. I could blame this whole thing on Jimmy. He's going to pop back in. If you guys, you guys are probably pissed off, I just took off like that. But here we go, because we got some good shit to talk about. Come on, Jimbo, get up there. I had some crazy surgery in my mouth. Guys, my old man used to preach, take care of you, take care of your mouth, take care of your teeth. Well, I did it the hard way, and painful. But here we go. Jimbo, how you doing, man?
You there?
I'm here, brother. I can hear you. Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Yeah, you're lagging bad. It's definitely coming from your Wi-Fi. I can tell you that right now. Your Wi-Fi signal's not good.
No, they got your voice is all jumbled.
The chat is saying they're saying everything's good coming from hearing me. Now, I'm not saying you're not hearing me, Jumble, but because you're very blurry right now. But we're good. We're good. I can hear you. They can hear you. I say we give it a shot, and let's get rolling, brother. What do you think?
You can hear me?
I can hear you, but you're popping in and out. Well, Craig, how dare you? I can hear it now. That son of a bitch, 5 months he wasn't on, he comes back, and I can hear it now. Well, guys, I'll give you a name, number, and you could send the bill for you guys taking your time out to spend with. I promise you this. If for some reason Jim doesn't make it onto us tonight, I got a great segue, if need be, because I saw somebody that's been, I haven't, I heard the whole genre is a cesspool. I hear everybody's fighting and, kind of, what was going on. But I heard it's gotten really bad. I don't know. But there is a gentleman that he is a former May guy, and he's a cooperator, and he's been saying things, and I almost feel obligated to respond on people's behalves. And I am that guy that will do it. So what am I doing? I'm just talking. But, right, when you say something, expect somebody, guys are talking about guys that are supposedly involved with something that they're not going to come on YouTube and argue with you about, even if it's nothing, not a tenth of what it was. Okay, but they're still not going to come on here and argue with you. But there are people that might have been very close with some of these people that this person keeps yapping about. And sometimes you get a little draw and a pull. You feel obligated to maybe want to tell that person something. So maybe tonight I'll come back, both barrels loaded. All right. You must have been cold while you left. I see you put your sweatshirt on. You good, brother?
Yeah, I can't see you or hear you, though, buddy.
All right, here I go. I'm going to try this, folks. One myself up. Okay? Can you see me now? I can hear you. You're really lagging. I'm going to try to change the layout. Ladies and gentlemen, we will get this working. And if not, I got a killer one for you. And we'll just do this. We're going to get this working. So here we go. Let's try this one. Jimbo, can you hear me? I changed the layout. Sometimes that helps. Yeah, it's really way behind.
I hear you from Barbara's phone.
Yeah, that's what the problem is. She's got, yes, that's, I guarantee you that's what the problem is. She got to shut that off. You can't have two apps on. You can't have both StreamYard apps on next to each other. You'll see what I mean.
All right, I'll tell her to then.
Yeah, watch. You'll see the problem go away. If it doesn't, I'll disappear. You won't see me. So anyway, you have one of these guys in the genre, and some people would say to me, Benny, Sal, it's family. And I know for a fact this person would never talk about the hot shit he's talking about, these two gentlemen now, Bronx guys. They're Westchester guys in the Bronx. So you, Benny and Sal, if you listen, you know who I'm talking about already. And this one particular guy who his whole life, he's a member of our channel. Like he wants to hear what I have to say. So I'll say it. I'll save him the time. So I think what he's really frustrated about is this, that he grew up around all those Gambino guys in Howard Beach. Okay. And when he came home from doing his time, right? Because he got in trouble as an 18-year-old, I believe. I don't know how old he was. I don't know his life story, but I know he did a football number. He did a lot of time. And when he came home, well, the Gambino guys in Howard Beach weren't waiting for him. So it just seems like he has a lot of, it's always about Brooklyn. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's kid shit. But Brooklyn. First of all, you lived in Queens. Yes, you might have been born in Brooklyn, but you're from Queens. All right, you're from Howard Beach. I get it, the borders and all of that. I get it. I'm from Queens, just the other side. But you wanted to be a Gambino guy. I think that's what it is. And deep down inside, you were pissed off that you maybe felt an obligation to your buddy that you were childhood friends with. I'm going to say his name, Joey DiBenedetto, and his father-in-law was Vic Amuso. So I don't know, I always say I'm not a historian. I don't read the paper. Maybe you got close with Vic when you were away. I don't know if you did, you didn't, because Vic was doing Fed time. I don't know where you got close, but you were close with Joey. And you said something. You said that, they were going to take Brooklyn, the Brooklyn faction wanted to take the Lucchese's back. Well, I need you to clarify for me, when did they ever have it? Power was always out of Harlem and the Bronx. Always. And I still think you were a frustrated guy because you didn't get straightened out with the Gambinos. You got straightened out with the Lucchese's, and any Bronx guy, you always got bad shit to say about Bronx guys. But two Bronx guys you've been talking about, I know them since I'm a kid. Two people you're talking about, and you talk about these guys like, you know what? I just know you wouldn't say it to them, whether you had that or not. It is what it is. I'll get back to you in a minute, clown. Jimmy boy, let's do this, baby. You good, Bo?
Yeah, let's try to do this.
All right, here we
I'm
go.
good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. The band is back together. Without further ado, Jimmy, if you could hear me, I got to ask you a question. Are you ready?
I hear you.
Can you hear me now?
You just can you hear me now? I thought I heard.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's not good, but I can hear you. As long as you could hear me. Can you hear me?
I hear you saying, "Can you hear me?"
All right, here we go. A while back, you had told me at one time you were the king of the money orders. You never really explained to me, because I had guys that check cash in places. I'm trying to figure out, what do you mean by the king of money orders? You want to talk about that a little bit? Is there anything you could elaborate on? I want to hear about this money order thing.
You, just so you know, your voice is. It sounds like there's little somebody's playing a metal drum. So playing a metal drum as you talk. It's just not coming out right. But I think I heard your question.
I know. I got to ask the chat, guys in the chat. I need to know, because if it's on my end, I got to try to figure this out, because we can't have you guys listen to this. Can you guys hear me clear? If you can, and it doesn't sound like I'm under a fish tank, somebody give me a thumbs up. So somebody put a thumbs up in the thing, because we really want to get on with this, and we want to have some laughs tonight and make up for some lost time. If I don't see a thumb, I'm going to assume that you're having a hard time hearing me as well. All right, I'm getting thumbs up. Are you guys all right? You're all saying I'm good, Jim. You guys seem to be having a hard time. All right, Jimmy sounds
all right.
like he's on the wall. Yeah,
now
it seems to be
let them give you a thumbs up. So I'm clear and
they're going to give me the Italian salute.
Do I sound clear?
Penn State guys now. Yeah, you sound a little clearer. It's going in and out. So let's just go with it. We've done this before. Shit, we got to get through worse than this. So you heard what I said about the money orders? You were the king. Tell us, what did you do with money orders? What was the game? Yeah, we are. All right. So I think this is going to be an issue. So when Jimmy comes back, if we can't get it clear, you guys want to stick around, I'm going to clear the air on a few things about somebody that's been. Everybody has a right to say whatever they want, but if you happen to know something different and you want to speak on it, I will. Not being a pom-pom boy, I'm not holding pom-poms for nobody, but you're talking reckless, man. You're talking reckless about guys that carried heavy, a lot of weight. Benny, I said they're from the Bronx, Ben, but I'll make it even better for you, Benny, so you really understand who this guy's talking about. The Hamptons. Okay, Benny? So now you know who I'm going to defend. Okay? So if Jimmy doesn't come back in a minute, you see, that's why I'm going to really go into, and this, look, guys, I'm saying this to say this. You guys know how I felt about YouTube. Every 2 minutes, don't do this. I'm getting copyrighted for this. Now, maybe I don't follow the rules right. That's very possible. But every little thing, you can't say this. You can't say this word, that word. Fuck that. I can't conform to that shit. So that's a big reason why there's another platform. We're not leaving, but we'll pick and choose what we're going to do. But it gives me pleasure tonight to, I heard it's been a cesspool. So I'm just going to say a couple of things about somebody that's been running his mouth about some people that I knew very well from young. And I don't know, man. Not the way you're talking. It ain't the gentleman I know. But we'll see if Jimmy pops in. I think Jimmy might have called it a day. Yeah. You know, guys, you're gonna see. As a matter of fact, you know what? How many people we got in the chat right now? I think we should. I'm going to give a bunch of shirts away. I'm always going to do shit like that on Patreon. I'll do it here too. I'm actually waiting for some art with our stuff on it. But, you know, anything that has to do with snitching, being a rat, whatever, I'm always going to feel that way about it. I don't care. I don't do nothing. I'm not in the street. I'm not doing it. But that's just, I never believed on telling on people. I never told a teacher shit. You know what I mean? From little, like, you know, I saw somebody the other day. I had to take the bus up to the Bronx. Okay. So in Queens, you know, you got the buses and trains. I saw somebody tell the bus driver, this guy didn't put his Metro card in, you know, to pay. And he's telling the bus driver that some guy didn't pay. I'm like, I realize I'm too old for this shit to be getting involved with this. I get it. Like, grow up. You know, like my wife would say, leave it alone. Like, stop, grow up, stop, ignore it. But could you, like, am I the only one that would bother? Like, listen, if that guy gets in trouble, he's in trouble. Or if the bus driver says to him, hey, listen, sir, put your Metro card in and pay your fare like everybody else, that's up to him, the bus driver to do that. Am I the only one that would feel like why are you telling on something? Like, sir, bus driver, whatever the fuck he said. He didn't pay, he didn't put his Metro card in. Could you imagine this? Could you imagine this? We're talking about a Metro card here. What is the bus driver going to do anyway? Honestly, what is he going to do? He's going to stop the bus. How far is he going to really go? You know what I mean? Craig, call Jimmy and put him on speaker. I could do that. All right. Good idea. There you go. I'm going to do that. Jimmy just texted me, as a matter of fact. If he answers, he's apologizing. See, but I know him. He's hacking. Stevie, you texted me, brother? I got you, pal. Jimbo, you want to, they could hear you. Can you guys hear Jimmy through the speaker? Say something, Jim.
Yes, hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Give me a thumbs up if you hear Jimmy. Jim, do you mind just telling us that thing about the money orders?
Sure.
All right, let me just get a thumbs up if they can hear you. Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear Jimmy. Anybody? Yep, all right, they can hear you. All right, Jim, we talked about you were the money order king. What did you have going? Talk to me.
Well, what I did was I always knew that money orders are great. Now, you go to a lot of stores, like especially like 7-Eleven type stores, but they're not necessarily 7-Eleven. But they're like stores, like Krauser's, stuff like that. Even 7-Eleven, even 7-Eleven. They used to have these money orders that were called Travelers Express.
Right.
And you would get a money order from them, but it's from a bank out in Michigan somewhere, which is great for me to do all kind of illegal activity, which I love to do. So what I would do was, first, I had a machine that knew how to cut the money orders, just like I did for checks. And when a money order is cut, in the person's mind, it's cashing, it always believes that this money order is valid, that it's good, and the money is there because look, like the machine cut it, just like when you do it in a 7-Eleven or whatever, or Krauser's, etc.
Right.
You go in there, and what you do is when you give them the money, they put it through a machine. Travelers Express has a certain machine where it'll print it out for you. But again, I have a machine that did that for me. So here's what I used to do. I had a friend of mine that I would do this with. Now, about 3-4 days a week, I would go to Staten Island. I go to parts of Manhattan. And you go in businesses, preferably restaurants or whatever. And a lot of times you go in there and you have a money order. You make the money order out for, let's say, $223 and change, something like that. And what you do is you go in there and you tell them, you say, listen, what I'm going to do now is, I was going to pay a bill. I was going to pay my gas electric bill with this. But my brother already bailed me out for it, so I'm stuck with this money order now. Can I get an order to go? Can I get some food to take home? Because I want to enjoy this money at least. So they would say, oh yeah, no problem. Some of the businesses would say outright no, but some of them would say yes. So when they did, I would give them the money order. I said, look, I was going to pay your bill with this, but here's the money order. They see it's cut. They think it's valid. So then, and therefore, they would take the money order. Now, naturally, when I make the order is just maybe $80, $85, something good that we all like to eat too, because we're on the road, we're hungry. We always wind up eating in the trunk of the car. This is where we would be. But the owner of the place would catch the money order, give us the food, and then give me the change for the rest of the money order. Then he would give me money back for this worthless piece of paper, which was great. So, but one time we went to this place in Manhattan, what was called Pomodoro. I never forgot it because it was Pomodoro means tomato in
Italian.
Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had a picture of a tomato, and maybe 6 doors down was another restaurant. So me and my friend Billy, we went down. So I'm in one place, he's in another place doing the same routine. So, so what happens is they had to get an okay from the owner. They said, wait. So the owner comes down to okay it for Billy. What happened was he just okayed it for me. He owned the same 2 restaurants. We didn't know that. So he's saying, wait a minute. You both got to try. You're both saying that you didn't pay your electricity bill, and you're both trying to get orders to go, and you want the money back. So we had a high deal of that in there. But yet, a couple of times, I would go like, remember them Sbarro places that had all the pizza joints?
Of course, yeah.
Right. So what happened was, like I would go in there and order like maybe 8 pizzas.
Right.
You know, and let's say it comes out to $70 at the time, what it was. This is in the early 90s. So I get all the pizzas. Now I go to Manhattan, I look for the plot where there's people that living on the street. I go over there, I said, this is your lucky day. I said, I'm Santa Claus. Here's all your pizza. I said, oh, God bless you. Good looking out, bro. Oh, man. I was like the savior that they never saw before. A lot of times I went to this deli in Manhattan. I gave the money order, the same kind of routine, right? He gives me like 15 or 16 sandwiches. The same thing. There was this poor old black girl, right? It was a woman. She was actually older, maybe like about 50 years old, but you could see something happened to her. She was impaired with her leg. So she's in a wheelchair, but she was homeless. I felt so bad for her. So then I gave her the whole 15 sandwiches. And she says, oh, thank God. May God bless you. You do such a good deed for this world. You should be mayor.
Oh, mayor. He only knew you were Robin.
The best one, Greg, was what I did was I'm in Patterson, New Jersey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is predominantly a minority area. So what I did was I had a badge from an New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Essex County in New Jersey. The county is Essex.
Essex, I got you.
So what happened was during a foot chase in the park, we used to hang at the park. This is like 2 years prior to this. I found a detective's badge. It was a gold badge, and it said Essex County Detective, but it didn't have his name on it. But it's the kind that clips on his belt.
Oh,
boy.
Oh boy.
I looked up at the sky. I says, oh God, what did you do? I said, you know what kind of power I can do with this? So what I did was I go into Patterson, I go in these bands like Garfield, I look for a minority owned business, right? Because right away when I walk in as a cop.
Absolutely, yeah. Anything you're a cop, absolutely.
Yeah, I got a holster, but I don't have no gun. But I have the badge on me. And I walk walk in real assertive. I said, excuse me. I said, who's the owner?
I'm laughing already. I can picture it.
So they're nervous. They think maybe I'm going to bust them or something like that. So now, when I hit them with this idea, here's what I tell them. I said, listen, no, we don't have no problem here. Well, here's how you can help me. By the way, Sergeant O'Malley, over here, whatever. I give myself an Irish name or whatever.
Fucking poor Irish. Fucking Irish.
Right. So now he says, well, I can help you. I said, well, you can help me very well. That's if you want to. I'm
That's
sure
up to you. Yeah.
Don't you? I'm sure you want to help the police department.
Yeah.
So he says, yeah. I said, well, what can I do? I said, well, here's what you can do. I said, we're having a retirement party for my captain tonight. I said, money together. So we pulled the money together for that. Even in the police precinct, we didn't want to leave money in there, so we pulled the money together, but we had it in the form of a money order right here. Travelers Express money order, and it's cut for like maybe $275 or $73, something like that. I said, I have to get a lot of liquor because it's going to be a party. You know what, policemen, when we get going,
we put them away.
Not to make anything on a serious note, I need your assistance with this.
Yeah,
He said, oh, yeah. So now.
Did he go in his pocket?
What I do, hold on. So now he gives me like a half a gallon of JB Scotch, Kahlua, all these big bottles.
Right.
Like, like the half gallon ones, like, vodka, Smirnoff, Seagram's, gin, and all that. So now the change left over is like $114, $140, whatever it was. He gives me the change. Now I go down to another place and do the same routine because I go in as a cop. They're just happy to get rid of me. And now they don't ask for any ID with the money because they see that I'm a policeman.
You're a cop. You're a man of the law.
Oh, I used to love.
Let me tell you something. I could just picture it in my mind because, yeah, it's some good shit. Listen, man, thank you for trying to stick it out and letting everybody just get a couple of good laughs. I appreciate it. We'll get it fixed, and I'll give you a holler tomorrow or whatever, and we'll talk about the next one. All right, brother?
Yeah, but in the meantime, one of our more steady viewers, the ones that are real diehard viewers of yours, if one of them has a question, I'd love to answer. If somebody does.
All right, you got it. If anybody's got anything they want to ask Jimbo, shoot away. If not, I got shit I'll ask him. But if anybody's got something they want to ask him, you know what, Jim? Until somebody comes up with a question, if they're gonna. Now we played another game. My brother Joey had somebody. Remember Toys R Us?
Sure.
So back in, especially when we were having kids in the 90s, they were big and they used to have the Toys R Us money. So I don't know if you remember when Toys R Us had Toys R Us money.
Yes.
So, right. So my brother Joey had somebody in one of the bigger Toys R Us. Benny, it was the Toys R Us in Douglaston. It was the big one next to the Macy's. Anyway, long story short, basically, we used to get the Toys R Us money. So we would sell the Toys R Us money. Say we got $1,000 in Toys R Us money, we sold it for $500. So you were getting 50 cents on the dollar. And so somebody was happy to give you $500 for Christmas. They would go on Toys R Us. They had $1,000 for the kids. And I'll tell you, Jimmy, it's fucked up. It was a hustle. Yeah.
When I used to go, not to interrupt, Craig, but when I just reminded me of something, when I used to get all the liquor, I would hit liquor stores with these money orders as a cop, or whatever, the same ruse that it was a retirement party for my captain, blah blah blah. So when I would get all this booze, I would have so much booze. Then I knew this bar, a couple of bars, I would sell them the liquor at half the price, and they would have to pay the New Jersey tax.
So you get it on both ends.
So I'm cleaning up on both ends. Like, it's so great. And you know what? When you go to dinner, the wine is even smoother. The meal tastes better when it's the other guy's money.
Yeah, and somebody else charge it to the Underhills. It reminds me of the movie Fletch with Chevy Chase. He charged everything to the Underhills. Everything he bought, charge it to the Underhills. Well, I don't think.
I enjoy my work. I enjoy
And, you know, a lot of laughs. You can look back and fucking laugh your ass off, no doubt. You take care of yourself. Listen, man, don't worry. There's going to be another night. There'll be a lot of questions. So you be cool. Sorry it didn't work out, but thank you for coming on. And
No, the studio kept cutting out. Every time I said try again, I kept hitting it. It just wouldn't stay on tonight for some reason.
you know what? We're going to have to hack into a neighbor. We're going to have to take their Wi-Fi. Maybe you send me in. I'll go in. I'll bring a team.
The whole show should can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? That's it. All right, my brother. Be good. All right. I'll talk to you later. Love you, brother. Later.
All right, brother.
Guys, what's happening? Jimbo is sorry. We just couldn't get him working tonight, but that was it. That was his. So you know, if you really think about, and you know, when you're doing these things, I don't need Jim will tell you, you're not thinking about ramifications and those things. And you know, now as he's saying this to me, you get caught doing that, and I was, you know, doing crazy shit too. When you get caught doing that, you think about that now. It's not just you're making money. Now you're impersonating a police officer. It's just, you know, it could become a serious charge. And no, you don't want to stand before any judge impersonating a police officer or defrauding the public out of money. It's there certain things they really frown upon. And you know, no better. You know, we thought the Toys R Us thing was great. All our family, all our kids had to, you know, and our neighbors and family, friends, you know, Toys R Us money was fucking coming in. And, you know, you think about it now, you say, well, if you think about it now, somebody wasn't getting fucking toys. You know, you think about it now, you know. But, yeah. Look, man, if your mind is on doing bad things or things that aren't legal, it's endless what you could. There's not, you know, you can get very creative if you put your mind there. No different than if you want to read a book and do something nice, do the right, you know, educate yourself. But you know what? Benny always breaks my chops, and he always says we should talk politics. I should say what's on my mind. You know, that's my problem. I don't say what's on my mind enough. I want to say this. We all don't have to agree on things. That's what makes the world go round. No different than me, what I'm going to get into with this other gentleman that I think he's talking out of school. But what I want to say is this. Matty boy, what's happening, my brother? What I want to say is this. If anybody in their right mind, now I was raised, I'm full disclosure, and I notice a bunch of people in here that I know personally, family, friends, and they were raised similarly. We hated politicians. Nobody voted. I wasn't, that time I told you guys, I don't know if you guys were in the room when I said it, I voted once in my life. That was 2016, and it was for Donald Trump. It wasn't that I was a big, especially in 2016. It's just that we were taught that they were more crooked than the guys in the street. Politicians are worse than fucking car salesmen, lawyers, you know. But let's just take it to today. If people I couldn't get that there were people actually going out. Now, this might offend somebody in our room, and I don't want to do that but I have to say it. And please, if I am, let me have it. I love it. I'll say it. I didn't vote this election. I didn't. I knew who I would have voted for. I just got to the point where I have no faith. I never had faith in the system anyway. I saw how things would be fixed in the union when it came time for voting for union officials. It's no different. I know it's smaller. It's no different. But I could not believe with all that goes on in Hollywood, we, 6 months ago, we were talking about Diddy. So if you go back and look at what we talked about, some things I said that I saw at Cipriani's, you'll see some of that light. And I talked about how Damon Dash was a decent guy, and he was and I saw how they ostracized him. And I don't want to go all over the place here, but I want to get to this. Look, I don't know what my IQ is. It's probably not very high, but I have common sense. So that makes up for maybe some lack of book smarts. But this Kamala Harris, what fucking rock did this moron crawl out from under? And yet we had our citizens, our people, fucking lining up with their pom-poms, gonna go run and vote for this thing. After what this Joe fucking Biden, Mr. Flip-Flopper himself, again, a guy that hates all politics, couldn't stand any one of them. I was raised that way. No different than with, cops. They weren't liked either. That was a time and there was a reason for it. How could you, I couldn't believe, like I found myself like in my neighborhood, there was one guy, he had on his lawn, fuck Trump. Now everybody's got a right to say whatever they want. Vote Kamala and Biden. And I'm just saying to myself, we saw what, and again, I'm not a fanboy, it's not, but we saw what the man did for the 4 years he was here. Whether we feel you guys, people don't like a dictator, whatever they want to say, he is a tyrant, this, that. Guess what? Maybe so, but guess what? Nobody fucks with us. And the American people were eating. And I'm not here. Look, I just got to get this off my chest with this Kamala Harris. Look, she was a hooker. She was a mattress for Montel Williams. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not. But when you could take away the word theory and put facts there, we have facts. We don't have conspiracy theory. She was a mattress. She was a mattress for Montel Williams. She slept around. It was proven that everything she said she was, black, Indian, this, that, the other thing, she basically has no African-American in her. Very little. But we found out, look, all of these people got paid to endorse her. Why? Because the other fucking guy that should be under the jail already, he should be under the jail. The diddler, right? I don't know if I could say it. No, you know what? His name is fucking Sean Combs. I'll say it. Sean Combs, right? That creepy pedophile bastard, right? He had all these people blackmailing him to endorse this moron. I'd love to see Kamala Harris play. I'd like to buy her Mr. Potato Head. And I'd love to see how long it takes her to put fucking Mr. Potato Head together. And I tell you, I wasn't good with puzzles either. So I don't want you to think I'm picking on her. And I know you guys, this is the last thing you thought you'd ever hear me get into. I'm not, and guys, believe me, I wasn't raised to trust any of them, but just based off of what's gone on with the fentanyl and the borders, and this fucking guy asleep at the wheel. He wasn't fit long ago. They did the most undemocratic thing by saying he's fit. Then as soon as they see it's going down the fucking tubes, they pull him out. That, you know what I mean? They rip them out. I mean, and you still had people, Kamala, what did she ever, no different than somebody that gets up and puts like the ugliest fucking shirt on and looks in the mirror and says, oh yeah, that's all me. You know what I mean? Like the ugly sweater, they around the holidays, everybody wears an ugly sweater. I don't, but I'm just saying people, I'm not a fan. I'm just saying, so people will they got up, oh yeah, Kamala, oh yeah, she's got what it takes to be the president. Oh yeah. First of all, again, not a politician lover, okay? But facts are facts. Joe Biden, what did he do but destroy this place, our country? Destroyed it, okay? Destroyed it. And Trump's going to try to clean it up now. I'm not, listen, it is what it is, but those are facts. You're safer with him. I just don't get the people. The people still wanted to get out in droves for this. Did you hear some of the shit that she said? I mean, I got a comedian coming on with us. He's a kid from my neighborhood, grew up. He wound up becoming a comedian. He's going to be on with us I'm going to see him. Maddie, we got something to do, Maddie Sweeney. December 22nd, we got to go see him. Glenn Raymond. You guys can look him up. He's from Flushing. He's a comedian. He's going to be coming on with us. And he's going to have us pissing in our pants. And I'll get him on a roll. I'll have him doing it. Because I'm not trying to be funny. And I'm probably not funny to a lot of you guys. I don't see like the thinking. We see you got fucking the worst of the worst are coming in daily. Every day the borders are just being crushed with this guy. He wasn't competent. She was nowhere to be found. Who saw her for 4 years? Who saw her for like the first 3 years? I never saw her. Not that I was tuning into shit. I wasn't. But I never saw her. I never saw this woman. And you would listen to people on TV. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it. That's why I didn't watch the election. I didn't watch it. I said, I'll wake up and find out the next day. Because I can't sit there and listen to these people. Whatever it is. You know, for me, I was a working man a good part of my life, right? So I came from a construction background. So working people were raised to be Democrats, right? But now we're finding out, let's think about this, guys. What was done democratically in our unions that was correct when it came to voting in business agents, business managers, presidents? Was there anything democratic about those votes? You don't need me to tell you that they're already pre-fucking determined. So let's take it a little bit higher. Greg's on, and I could hear it now. He fucking snapped. He went crazy. 5 months, 6 months, he didn't come on. He's going into politics now. No, I just want to get this shit off my chest and never talk about it again. Yeah, no, it's just, listen, I don't want to say, you know, listen, I don't know. I just know, you know, look, I read a little bit, you know. That's one thing I do. I read. I always did. So I might not be paying attention like to the TV stuff, and I understand, like, if we put the news on, the 6 o'clock news on from all over the country, right? At 6 o'clock, if we put every newsroom on from every state across the country, it would sound like you're listening to everybody read a Hollywood script. Listen, don't be mad at me for saying it, or just pay attention to it. That's why I stopped watching long ago. I stopped listening and paying. You got to prove it to me. You got to show it to me. I'm that person. Show it to me. I don't want to hear about it. So I don't have patience for, and it started long ago, listening to like these Don Lemons of the world, or I don't even know their fucking names, but like these George Stephanopoulos, like that guy should get thrown through a window. I'm sorry. Can I say that on YouTube? No, he's back. You know, Maureen, I'm sorry, babe. she was there. Yeah, she was a mattress. Maureen, you know, Maureen, I'm not, look, I know I say a lot of crazy shit. Not crazy shit, I say what I feel. She was a mattress. She was a mattress for Montel Williams. She was passed around. I'm not going to say I don't know if she was at any of these freak offs with Sean Puffy Combs, right? Everybody's got, you can't say his name. You can't say COVID. You can't, no, fuck that. COVID, Fauci, Dr. Fauci, another piece of shit. Come on, let's go. You got to be started now. Let me tell you about that piece of shit where he belongs. They should take that I don't know how he spells his last name. The mere fact that he's got a vowel at the end of his name, he needs to get hit with a fucking Louisville Slugger. For that alone, he's got to get hit. That piece of shit. I got my poor mother inside saying, oh, he's on a rant again. Here we go. Because everybody wants to believe that you know, this stuff is not real. Everybody's a conspiracy theorist. None of this stuff goes on. What do we got to know? Like there's people that still don't believe kids get kidnapped, never see their parents again, and are trafficked. Never to see their parents ever again. There's people that think sex trafficking doesn't exist. Kidnapping rings don't exist. It's not real. Okay. I'm not going to be the guy that's screaming and yelling at you that it is real. Fucking just do you gotta do your work, your own work. Don't listen to some dude on Channel 4, mainstream news, because they're not going to tell you about it. They're not going to tell you about it. They're not going to tell you. You know what they did get right? They knew how to say the kid's name right that shot the guy from, and nobody deserves to die. What was it? The United Healthcare? I don't know what nobody deserves to be shot and killed like that. No. But they knew how to say Lou Mangione, whatever the fuck, they know how to get that. They know how to say his name right. You know what I mean? Next, we're going to be hearing that Lou Mangione, whatever his name was, he was involved somehow with the fucking Buffalo crime family or wherever he's from. Right, that'll be the next thing. Because it sells. It sells. Common sense. Common sense. But I tell you, I've heard so many great, you know what? Penn State guy, my brother, left got, the news is YouTube guys now. Yeah, let me tell you, I love Dan. I like him. Again, I like Sean Ryan. I like a lot. Listen, I've never served. Benny, my cousin Jackie was in the Navy. You know that. I never served, to my father, whatever. I never served. There was a time very young, maybe everybody gets that as a boy, a man, a teenager, whatever it is. Want to be a Marine, just because that was the thing, Marine. Well, I respect these guys that give all of they give. A lot of people lost their lives for us, and I mean it fully. So when you had the whole SEAL community and the Ranger community and all the the people that keeps this country safe, saying, the Mike Lovers of the world, saying, this shit is crazy, what's going on here, and they're telling you what's going to go down before it goes down, and then it goes down. Come on. They weren't trying to clip Trump. Again, I wasn't, it wasn't about that, I wanted Donald Trump's autograph. No, they fucking tried to kill him. You got to be kidding me. And then what? I think they took, two official shots they took at him. They couldn't get that right. And I think there was a third. But, I mean, what are the odds that he doesn't get killed that first time? What, centimeters? And then you actually had Democrat people that just didn't want to hear it, didn't want to believe it, saying, oh, they staged this. Yeah, they trusted a shooter so much. Trump trusted somebody so much. You know what? I want you to fucking shoot me right above the ear, but make sure you miss my temple. Shoot me right above the ear because I trust you. This way we'll blame it on them. I mean, really? But that's what you had a lot of these people saying. Like that show. I forget about politicians. Like I could never listen to these people. What's the show called? The View. The View. What's that woman? Forget about Whoopi Goldberg and her fucking the size of her forehead. Her and LeBron James have the same size forehead. When is LeBron going to get called out being in all these Diddy freak-offs? What are they going to do with him? LaChina James, LaChina James. You know why he's LaChina James, right? Getting all that slave labor from China, right? Wearing all of that shit. So, you talk about you care about people, and you talk about being on, with the Black Lives Matter and this, that, and the other thing. What do you know, LeBron, about being underprivileged? What do you know? What, 35 years ago you were underprivileged? How have you lived your last 30 years of your life? What do your children know about being underprivileged? Davey, I'm going to get my glasses on. I grew up in the most, I grew up in the most democratic state here in Massachusetts. That said, ain't the same anymore. 1,000,000%. We all grew up Democrats. Union guys were all supposed to be a Democrat, right? You got to be a fool to say, right. Just say it for what it is. That's all I'm saying. Look, it's just somebody. That's why I like to consider yes, my views are conservative, but me personally, I'm independent. I'm not with nobody. Unless I fucking grew up with you, I ain't with you. I'm with you guys more than I'm my chat crew. I'm with you guys. You understand what I'm saying? Craig, Sonny is a girl from the View. Oh, that whole show. What's her name? I can't think of her name. Oh, Timmy Irish. Oh, man, Timmy Irish. You jumped in, brother. Oh, man. Miss you, my brother. I didn't think you'd be able to get with us. I said you probably wouldn't be with us tonight. We got we're talking. I'm on a roll with this Scaforza. Fucking what's her name? I don't even Kamala Obubu Harris. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you, I don't care, lawyer, a virtual idiot. I got more respect for a Twinkie or a fucking gnat than I would that woman. And it has nothing to do with her being a Democrat or this, that, or the other thing. No. She's a liar. She's a fucking mattress. She's a Hollywood scumbag. And yet you had all these people, not our people, we had all these people every night. No justice, no justice, no justice. They're coming in by the droves, fucking 1 million a day. We're coming in the border. And we still want to say that this guy was, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, you know what? I know on YouTube, you're not allowed to say Donald Trump, Kamala Harris is a piece of shit mattress. You're not allowed to say the diddler. You got to say the diddler. You can't say COVID. You can't say Dr. Fauci. COVID, the needle, fuck you. Dr. Fauci, he's a scumbag. Joe Biden's a scumbag. And you know what? Somebody asked me if I had a problem with him pardoning his son. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. No, I didn't. You know why? It's his son. Did anybody think he wasn't gonna? Would I pardon? Am I going to sit here and tell you I wouldn't pardon one of my 3 boys? I would pray they wouldn't put me in a fucking jackpot like that. But guess what? Let's go a little deeper with that. That guy's a bad apple, no doubt. He learned it from someone. Sure, daddy's not a saint. And this ain't, look, I'm just here to change the rules till they throw me off. I'm not going to muffle my mouth, so I'm not. Nah. Jab, needle, fuck that. They were forcing, right? No. Let's say it for what it is. First of all, we can't, no. I find too many people that can't say this word. You got to say S assault. You can't say that Sean Combs is a fucking pedophile, creepy, sex fucking deranged, pedophile, sick fucking deviant. Sean Combs is, not the diddler. Sean Puffy Combs is a sexual fucking scumbag, and he should be under the jail and dead already. Yes, he should. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. What am I sorry about? I'm saying, look at me as the guy that's saying things that maybe other people want to say, but because they're making a few dollars and they got 17 million subs, they can't say them because they're worried about a video getting monetized. I want you guys to know this from the bottom of my heart. If we were getting monetized, I still would fucking say what's on my mind. That's why me and YouTube don't jive. We don't jive. So I'm going to just say things for what they are. Nobody's going to teach me how to speak the language differently. You know, I'm not going to be the nouns, the him, noon, he, she, but what? Come on, man. Come on. Yo, so what's I got that off my chest. Did I surprise you guys that I went on a rant about this? Of all things, you probably never thought I would go here, right? Gork, you never thought I'd go here, and it wasn't even something that was bothering me. But I told you about the guy that lived on the corner of my building and my block, and no, he's no different. A Spanish guy, immigrant. I would say, yeah. By the way, he probably came here. Maybe he's in his teens or 20s. No different than we had family members that came from the other side at certain ages. You know, they were immigrants, and we all came from wherever somebody was an immigrant from somewhere, right? I'm born here. What I'm saying is this. So I don't have a problem with anybody coming into this country. Just come in the right way. But they're sending the worst of the worst here. And when this fucking play, thank God this man won. And he's not a hero. He's not Jesus Christ to me. He's not. No, he's the president. I think he's a good one. I think he'll be a good one. And if he can't get it done, Biden and Kamala fucking Boo-Boo Harris definitely weren't going to get it done. No, they weren't going to get it done. And Barack Purple Lips Obama, he wasn't going to get it done either. I'll say it for what it is about him too. Does anybody think Michelle Obama's a man? Just saying. Just saying. You guys really think I went off the deep end, huh? Look at the size of her hands, his hands, Michael. Is this the first time you're hearing somebody refer to Michelle as Michael? Timmy, I'm cracking the fuck up. What do you think, Tim? Am I going to Timmy? I'm not jumping off the bridge, bro. I'm just I got to let it out, bro. Listen, people want to, listen, you tune into the reality report. We should change the name of this place to A Dose of Reality. Tune in to get your daily dose of reality with Craig Gatto and the family. By the way, I hope you guys, we went from friends to family. I took 5 months off. That's the least I could do. So it's Craig, like Sly and the Family Stone, Craig Gatto and family, the family. But honestly, look at that. Look at this. Look at the size of Michael Obama's hands. Adam's apple. Women don't have Adam's apples. Shoulders, right? Certain things just men have, and women's bodies are different, right? No, I'm not a doctor, but there's certain things, Ben, you want to weigh in here at any time, go right ahead. Certain things, that's why they say women have curves, right? Because their hips are, naturally, they have a curve to their hip, to their hips and to their figure. Whereas a man is more square. We're not supposed to have curves. So look at the size of Michael Obama's hands. Look at the size of Michael Obama's Adam's apple. Now, I do know they shave them. I hear they shave Adam's apples. That's got to be some painful shit. That being said, still take a peek at that fucking Adam's apple. Take a peek at this thing. Listen, man, the way I say I don't take these people's word for it, don't take my word for it. Just fucking take a peek at it. Look, 6 months ago, I told you it's nothing. I mean, people, but you just didn't know about the Damon Dash stuff. There's certain things you didn't know that I said that I didn't know was going to come out. I just knew something wasn't right there because had I known that shit was going on, I told you I should have threw Bruce Willis down the fucking stairs. I don't care if he's got Parkinson's or whatever. He's a fucking creep. And what are we learning now? That Demi Moore is all over those tapes, right? With Ashton Kutcher and everybody else. So she like little kids too, right? She don't get a free pass because she's a female. Rape is rape. Pedophilia is pedophilia. Woman, boy, man, girl, whatever. It's fucking, nah, it ain't cool. It ain't cool. Listen, I was a teenager and we all thought it was cool, 13, 20-year-old that's hitting on you, whatever. That's cool. Nah, that ain't cool. That ain't cool. So I'm sorry, if, people look up to a lot of these Hollywood people. I get it. They're entertaining. But I told you guys, we go back to one of the videos I talked about. I didn't want to say it, but I don't care. It was true. It was real. So I saw that scumbag, Bruce Willis, kissing a young girl that I knew was not even close to the fucking age she should have been. And she didn't speak a word of English. I don't know if she was Philippine, Chinese, Thai, something like that. And he's making her smoke cigarettes and take it for what it's worth, believe me or not. I'm telling you. And let me tell you, it crossed my mind. Now, the Cipriani I worked at that particular evening, there had to be 25, 30 concrete steps, and they're like 40 feet long. It's a huge, beautiful building. Let me tell you something. I would have been a fucking hero if I would have threw him head first down those stairs. Yeah, I would have did a little time. but that's what he deserved. But I didn't know about all that shit. I just knew when I got home, I told my wife. So let me tell you something. This guy, Bruce Willis, is a piece of shit. Why? What happened? Because she always knew I was coming home. I would always tell us. I always would see some weird shit at Cipriani. And I'm gonna say this to you guys. And I worked there, and I never thought about it then. Why is it you could ask anybody to pull up, a Duran Duran concert, an Earth, Wind and Fire concert? There's always somebody videotaping. Why is it that nobody could pull up any of the years that I was working in? Not for me, because I told you who sat in the back. That fat fucking what's his fucking hairy-handed fucking, what do they call them things? Not a troll. Yeah, a troll, Harvey Weinstein. He would sit in the back table, that piece of shit, the way he used to talk to people. And then we found out that he was abusing, right? Piece of garbage. Look, he belongs where he is, if that's where he really is. He belongs there. It should have happened long ago. I heard how that man spoke. Now, I didn't see him do anything, women, but you just, look, there was a table. Nobody could video. Listen to me. You will never see pulls. I want somebody to pull up. I worked a lot of shows. Somebody, anybody. Next time we get on, I want you to get me the footage. Pull up 50 Cent perform at Cipriani, Wall Street, 2006. Pull up Duran Duran, 2006. Pull up fucking will.i.am and that group. I worked show after show. No cameras were allowed. Why? Because you had a lot of fucking deviant shit that we later found out was going on. Now, I'll give you another little tidbit. There's a place called Socialista. Okay? Because I think this guy's getting a pass. Fuck slander. I don't give a fuck about slander. I had a lot of people say a lot of shit about me that was wrong. I didn't sue nobody. I don't really give a shit. You want half of nothing, you can have it. Come and get me. I give you half of nothing. You know what half of nothing is? Right. It's even worse. But I'll tell you this. When you're with Harvey Weinstein every night and some other fucking creatures of the Black Lagoon sitting at a table every night, whispering, and Damon Dash, I want you guys to go back. Maybe about 2 months ago, Damon Dash said some stuff. He said, about some things that he knows went down in Cipriani. And I had no idea to that extent. And I was saying what they did with him. 5 months earlier, I told you guys some crazy shit was going on with Damon Dash, and I saw it play out. And Harvey Weinstein and the owner, Giuseppe Cipriani. Birds of a feather fly together, right? That's the old saying. Well, if all you had was these young girls around these guys, right? Young. Right? I just told you about Bruce Willis, right? I should have threw him headfirst down the stairs. I failed. I failed society. I failed my family. I failed society. I did. But I'm going to tell you something. He was partners with Harvey Weinstein, and their vision was to open the hottest nightclub for models called Socialista. It didn't work out. It didn't work out for whatever reason. But they went into business together. Mickey Rourke was involved, but I'm not giving Mickey a pass, but I got to tell you, I never saw him where he liked models. Yeah, he liked pretty women, but they weren't kids. Not what I saw. Not what I saw. I can't say I saw Harvey Weinstein with kids. I didn't see any of them with kids, but they were up to devious shit. But we do know that all these Hollywood people, and that we take that 70s show, that guy Masterson is doing 40 years for raping a kid. We know Ashton Kutcher, whatever the fuck his name is, he winds up with Demi Moore. He was raping that kid Mila Kunis since she's 13, 14, 12 from that show, right? Demi Moore's all over fucking these tapes with Diddy, the Diddler, Sean Combs and the Freak-Offs. J-Lo that everybody looked up to, right? Oh, she's so great. She couldn't sing a fucking lick. She's horrible. She can't sing. She can't sing. She can't. She's horrible. And you know what? She did some bad things, and she's got to pay too. They got to pay. And then I want, when I'm hearing them now, that you hear Demi Moore caught up on these freak offs. And I'm telling you, I put it, now I get Bruce Willis making out with a fucking, what looks like a 14-year-old or a 13-year-old that don't speak a word of English, right? And how Ashton Kutcher winds up with Demi. It just, and he's always at these white, it just all goes hand in hand. It all goes hand in hand. It is what it is. Look, everybody, these things are photoshopped. Okay. Let me tell you something. I'd hate to be Leonardo DiCaprio, photoshopped or not. One of the pictures I saw the other day, photoshopped or not, it was pretty bad. I wouldn't want to have to explain why I was in that position with fucking the diddler behind me. Oh, they sold their souls for that. You want that hit record? Got to do you got to do what the master tells you to do, right? It is what it is. I went a little loose on the politics tonight, and then somehow we got into right back to old Bruce again. I know he was a good actor. I know, I get it. Probably, maybe, we got some. What was it? I don't even know his movies. Pulp Fiction, right? He's good on that. But like, I don't look up to these people. Robert De Niro. All right, perfect. I'm glad. Maybe you guys, maybe after hearing me now, I know me and Timmy had this conversation. Robert De Niro, he's leaving the country, or he left already. And I would have fucking been more than happy to drive 500 miles to pick him up and take him out of the fucking country. Who gives a fuck that you're leaving the country? Go, get out of here. Go. You ain't no idol of mine. You're a fucking actor. Actor. That's the word. You're playing cowboys and Indians when I would hit you in the head with a hammer. Fucko. Anyway, besides everything else, Mrs. Lincoln, how's the play? I hope Ben, let's see. Did I touch a nerve tonight? Maureen, and I didn't plan on coming here tonight. We had Jimmy lined up. I didn't think I was going to go into this. And you know what? They could take down whatever they want. Who gives a shit? We're going to speak the truth here. And you know what? Whatever. That's fine. But you know what? My time is up. And you guys, whatever. You know what? Craig said what he had to say. It was on his mind. And whatever he thought his truth was, he said it. That's important to me. If something is brown, I'm going to say it's brown. I never liked fence sitters. I don't like people that sit on a fence. I don't like, I'm not with the wishy-washy thing. Don't ask me something you don't want to hear the real answer to. So, like my children knew at a young age. And my brother Joey was worse. He had no filter. Don't ask me something. Think about asking me a question before you ask it, because you might not want to hear what I say, because I'm not going to give you the answer you always want to hear. So don't ask a question. I'll give you an answer to what I believe is the truth to whatever question you ask me. So I appreciate people that tell me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. Yeah, it might suck, but now in this case, none of us probably want to hear about this shit no more. But you know what? If it's any one of us, fucking under the jail. This guy, listen, how much more information are they going to get from him that they don't already have? Sean Scumbag Combs. How much more information? J-Lo. She was involved with look, I'm not going to get, one thing I won't do is get graphic in a sexual manner, but I think everybody understands or knows that they have proof of her assaulting an 11-year-old girl with a plastic bottle on tape. Why isn't she forget about her hiding the gun? Shine never shot that girl. Scumbag pedophile did. You see, Murray Richmond was I had Murray Richmond as my attorney when I had I had some problems. I caught up in a, right? An OC case. Murray Richmond represented Shine. He was the one that they pinned the shooting on all those years ago in that club in Manhattan that J-Lo and the rapists were involved with. Okay? Pedophile, scumbag, deviant. I could just tell you that Murray Richmond told me, nothing about, detail-wise. He just said to me, let me tell you something. I got him a great deal getting him 10 years flat. He got him 10 years flat. 10 flat, they call it. Plaxico Burress shot himself because the gun fell through his sweatpants waistband, right? And he got 3.5 years. And he shot himself. And he never pulled the gun out. It just fell. So they know she perjured herself. She's involved with sexual crimes with children. God knows how many. She's fucking a mattress, right? I talked about Kamala being a mattress. Whew. Nobody's got more mileage than her. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. I'm sorry. And guess what? People from the Bronx don't even like her. Look, I mean, this ain't about my wife. I know a lot of people from the Bronx. Nobody knew her from Castle Hill. Nobody. Listen, I'm not saying that I'm a Queens kid. But and Benny lived up in the Bronx too. I spent a lot of years up in the Bronx, not just being in the street in the Bronx. I lived in the Bronx for 15 years. Okay? I lived on Gleason and Pugsley Avenue. I used to hang out in a place called Joe and Joe's where J-Lo supposedly grew up right across the street and down the block. Let me tell you where she grew up, where she had it so hard in the Bronx. She grew up in an all-Italian area, which was known as the Castle Hill section of the Bronx. She didn't grow up. Listen to me. Nobody knew her from the hood. Nobody knew her. Nobody fucking knew about her hardships. Nobody knew nothing. As a matter of fact, Timmy, if you're still in the house, if you're still in a house, our friend from Villa Avenue, Timmy, that I told you, that's how me and you got close, Tim. He told me on that same job, Timmy, where we had that duct taping incident. Remember the duct taping incident where we had a laborer think it was funny to throw water on people and threaten people, and then the person got duct taped for a little while, time out. Well, person that helped duct tape this person to the plank, one day we're shooting a breeze and he's telling me, I don't know what made him get into it. He was from the Bronx. And he was telling me about one of his friends when they were breakdancers as kids. She was a mattress at 14, 13 years old. She was a mattress. So I'm not shocked at none of this shit that comes out of what bothers you is when you hear that you're doing this shit to children and you sacrifice the children this way. You got to pay for that. You got to pay for that. And believe me, I'm not here to preach no one. I'm not here to do that. But God's judgment's going to be a lot worse than anything I can do to you, because mine's going to be physical. I'm going to drown you, set you on fire. Well, I'm going to do whatever you deserve. That's going to cause some pain until you finally, your heart stops. And you deserve it. You hurt children. You deserve it. You deserve it. There's no sympathy. There's no sympathy. So I'm not going to call you the diddler. Your fucking name is Sean Combs. Fuck YouTube. They don't like what I say. COVID, injections. I say all the words you don't. I'll say them all. He's a pedophile, scumbag, creep, and everybody with him. They all flew together. Every last one of them, female or male. So it's no surprise to me when I hear that Leonardo DiCaprio takes it up the ass. Doesn't surprise me. Go get him another role. You know what I mean? He'll go get a big role now. All right? Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me Kevin Hart's a fucking flamer. Doesn't surprise me. He's been fucking used and abused. Forget it. Creeps. They're all creepy bastards. And then you got these people like on that show The View that laud these people. Are you kidding me? Let me tell you something. If she was a man, that lady, Joyce Blowhard, what's her name? I don't know her name. Honestly, you don't want to throw her right out the window? And the other one with the forehead, Whoopi Goldberg? Honestly, First of all, I can't look at a forehead. It irritates me. I know I lost hair. I don't have the same amount of hair I used to have. But like at some point, you gotta let it go. Like I lose any more, I'm going bald. That's it. That's it. That's it. You got fucking 12 inches of your forehead showing. What are we going with dreads for here? You're a dude? Oh, well, she thinks she's a dude anyway. And, you know, that whole camp, like the whole alphabet community, you know, listen, whatever you do, you do. But you know what? Nah, we're telling little boys to be little girls, and we're giving people the right to tell the parents they have no say. Fuck that. These people had to go. I'm just sorry they fucking had that peaceful fucking thing. Nah, fuck that. I want conflict. There ain't no exchange of power peacefully. We want conflict. Yeah, Timmy, our friend from Villa, told me that he had a kid. I forget his nickname, but before she got there, they were like 14, whatever. And listen, this isn't about like kissing and talking tales out of school. I'm just trying to paint the picture like when she did that thing talking about ham and cheese with cheese doodles and grape soda. Like my wife said to me, oh, please. Like Kathleen's, you know, come on, Benny, you understand. You knew the hood, you know. My wife's from Bronx River. I mean, come on, you don't compare Castle Hill back in the day to come on, stop. You don't know nothing about fucking ham sandwiches and cheese doodles. Your whole family's fucking Scientologists. Again, it has not, whatever they believe in. I don't know what they believe in. Whatever. The fucking, I don't know, the fucking Kreskin, I don't know, whatever it is they believe in. Go to the moon. You know what? Get on the same fucking plane Robert De Niro got on, that piece of shit, and go with him. Leave. Just leave. You keep saying you're leaving. Get the fuck out. George Clooney, don't ever come back. Don't come back. I'm just sorry they accept you in fucking Italy. So fuck them too. How's that? Stay there. DiCaprio, I wouldn't watch another one of his movies, and I liked some of his movies. It kills me. The Gangs of New York was a great movie. But seeing those pictures, oh, man. Dougie, how you been? Dougie Ross, what's happening, my man? Long time, brothers. It's good to be back on the mic. It's good, you know, it feels good to get some of this shit off my chest. But I did not think we were going to be touching on current events. And this is something that, you know, again, we're not, you know, the Patreon thing is what is designed for probably be more intimate, small. That's cool. We're small anyway. We don't have a big channel, whatever. That's good. That's fine. But on here, whatever you say, like this is going to get taken down, but I don't care because I already said it. I said what I wanted to say because I'm tired of people. You put it on YouTube and people won't say this word. They can't say that word. I'm like, what did he just say? That person was slurred? What the fuck is slurred? Oh, murdered? We can't say that? Somebody just murdered somebody. We can't say that. We got to say slurred? Get the fuck out of here. Really? Come on. So how would you guys respect me as a person if I stood up here and I said, it's terrible that P. Diddy assaulted and possibly had his ex-wife slurred? Would you guys respect me at all? No. Fake fucking tough guy punk. I'd be a punk like the rest of them. Davey T, talk to me, Davey T. How's your Bears doing, Davey? Hey, Benny, how's your Colts? You go to bed? Yeah, Ben. Matty boy, did I let up Matty? You know, I better keep some in the tank. I kind of lost it. Listen, guys, not everybody's going to agree with what I'm saying. It's how I feel. It's what I believe is the truth. I've seen enough facts to tell me it's the truth. I worked at a place where I saw shady shit. Thank God I never saw anything with children because there's no question where I would have been. Now some would say, well, guy's just talking, he wouldn't have done shit. And then some that know me would say. Nah, he would have did it. Look, I got four children, 2 grandchildren. Nope. Nope. I'd rather die. Nope. I'd rather do 100 fucking years in a cell than have somebody knowingly hurt my family and I didn't do shit about it. Nope. I'd rather live out my years. Now, nobody wants that to happen. I'm not saying, I want to be faced with that situation. No. You hurt one of mine, I'm going to try to hurt 10 of yours. And I know it's dramatic. It is, but no. I would never be able to put my head on a pillow at night knowing that I let somebody victimize my family and I did nothing about it. And I had the opportunity to. That's what I'm talking about. Now, if you don't have an opportunity, that's why this Cain Velasquez, the UFC fighter, and someone say, oh, Craig's saying that because he's a fighter. No. His child was sexually assaulted over 100 times. So he's facing 25 to life in the state of California because he shot at the abuser, the rapist, the fucking pedophile, and he also shot the father, I think the stepfather. You know what I say? Good. I'm sorry he didn't shoot the fucking mother too. Why would you say that, Craig? Why? Because they were harboring the fucking son. You don't think they knew that the son was a fucking pedophile? Of course they did. Why do you think they had nursing home, preschools? Of course they knew. That's the shit I'm talking about. So you got these people say, oh, he pulled the gun out and he's waving and he's shooting it in the air. No, his kid got raped 100 times, that poor little baby. Over 100 times. You think Cain gave a flying fuck? Was he thinking about where he's going? And you know what? I pray somebody shows this man mercy, but the state of California is fucked up and he's going to get a lot of time. And it's bullshit. But the guy that did this, he's walking around with an ankle bracelet. And he's not going to get 1/10 of the time that Cain's going to get. I pray he gets a judge and says, you know what? If this was my daughter, I would have did the same fucking thing. But nobody will do that. I heard about this other guy, the police chief, that shot his friend, the judge. He walked right into his office and shot him. Everybody, oh, I couldn't believe he did it. Lock him up, throw the key away. Why? Because he was abusing his daughter. So that's how much the police chief thought about going to jail. He abused his daughter over and over again. What did he do? He walked into the judge's office and shot him right in the fucking face, opened up on him. I'm not provoking violence. I'm saying you got to protect your family to no end. Sorry, guys. Judge was a douche, no doubt. I'm sorry. I'll defend guys like Cain. Comes to certain crimes, man, there is no tolerance or patience for that. None. Zero. Now, that doesn't mean I want to justify criminal activity in any way. I'm not trying to say that, but this is what we're talking about right now. So I don't have, I don't look at them as, especially the Hollywood stuff. They make you, oh, come on, that's Robert De Niro. He was so fun. Analyze This was a funny movie, no doubt. No doubt. He made some great movies. You know what? Fuck him, scumbag. Get out. He's entitled piece of shit that thought he owned Manhattan. Get out. Where is he going? Go already. You know where he should go? Why don't he go to fucking like Bangladesh? I heard the fucking mud is beautiful this time of the year in Bangladesh. That's where he should go. Go there. Fucking live in a puddle, you prick. Timmy, what's happening, my brother? That's right, my man. Listen, say what you want. We're going to say what's got to be said here. So maybe we'll change the name. I'll ask you guys. You want to change it to A Dose of Reality with Craig Gatto and the family? Or we'll just keep it the Reality Report? Dougie, it's good to see you, man. A long time. It feels good to be back, honestly. As you can see, you just can't shut me up. But now, it's good to be back. It is. It's good to see some names, man, no doubt. I hope, Davey, we got to try to find out if Cinnamon Girl's okay. Reach out. I don't know who to reach out to. Has anybody seen her online anywhere? Because she has not answered any of my calls. He's a piece of shit. When I heard Gawk, when I heard Guy Fieri threw De Niro out of a fucking one of his restaurants, oh, I got excited. The only thing I was upset about is that he didn't hit him with a taco. He should have fucking slapped him in the face with a burrito. Right in the face. Bah! Fucking, that would have been great watching him wipe all that shit off his face. I hope I run into... Let me stop. Anyway, listen, consider me the George Carlin. Nah, I don't want to compare myself to that fucking atheist prick either. But let me say this. You remember George Carlin had what were they, 7 curses you couldn't say, and he said them all? Well, I'm going to say what we got to say. And I know you guys appreciate the fact that I'm saying them. And whoever doesn't appreciate it, I'm sorry, but understand this. You already know it with me. You've all been here with me from day one. We're going to say what's on our mind. You should hear me and Timmy's conversations, me and Benny's conversations, Maddie's conversations, Davey T. I mean, listen, birds of a feather fly together. Look, we're not always right. You know what? But that's what makes the world go round. That you have the ability to tell somebody you care about. Now you're wrong, man. I think you're wrong here. You should be respected for that. I know when I had to be put in check, and there were cases where I could have easily handled the situation physically, but no, I respected that person and said, "No, you're out of order, man. You're out of order. You're wrong." I respected it. David T, who is he talking about? Not online. Who, me, Timmy? I'm talking about everybody that got caught up in the Holly Weird fucking Sean Puffy Combs case that nobody could say his name, the diddler. They got to call him the diddler. All of those pieces of shit, pedophile, scumbag, creep bastards. Every last one of them that's going to leave the country. Everybody on The View, they should go with them. And anybody else that thinks like them, go, leave. It's better, and wherever you want to go, go. Get the fuck out. Get out. Did you see like De Niro crying? Oh, Trump's going to get in office. Oh, this guy's no good. I'll punch him right. Robert De Niro, you ain't punching shit. Your father was oh man, don't even get me started, bro. Oh man, please. You ain't punching shit. You're an actor. You play cowboys and Indians. You're not a tough guy. You were playing cowboys and Indians. That's what you do as an actor. You play fucking cowboys and Indians. Oh, wait a minute. It's 2024. I can't say that anymore. Cowboys and Indians. Did that insult anybody? I don't give a shit. It shouldn't. But guess what? I'll bring this up. I'm a football fan, for those that don't know it. I was so happy to hear that the Redskins, I won't call them the Commanders. Me and Timmy we talked about this. I'm so glad they're going to reincorporate the Redskin name in one way or another. They're bringing it back. It's just a shame that the Indians succumbed to their bullshit and changed their name to the Guardians. So I have respect for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Atlanta Braves, the Red Wings. They didn't change their name. St. John's, they bailed out years ago and fucking changed their name from the Redmen to the Red Storm. Whatever. If there was a team called the New York Guineas, I would love it. The New York Guineas. That would be great. That would be great. I wouldn't be insulted. I'd say, wow, fucking, they thought that much of the Italians. They named them the Guineas. That's fucking great. That's fucking great. The fucking New York Guineas. It's perfect. Actually, the team better be over at Staten Island. The Staten Island Guineas, come on. It's a home run. And Maddie, you're probably sleeping. Timmy, you're here. And the Woodhaven fucking mix, the Irishman. The Woodhaven, right? Woodhaven used to be all Irish, right? At one time, Sunnyside was all Irish. Oh, Timmy, you're not a Queens guy. Man, come on, Tim. In the Bronx, McLean Avenue. That was what was that? I lived over there. Scott Avenue, McLean. That's like Ireland over there. What do they call? There's a name for that area. What's it called, Timmy? I know it's Yonkers, but there's a name for it. Shit. Oh man, it's all Irish, man. They call them Chowderhead. Wood, yep, yeah. You got Woodside. What's that area up in Yonkers, Timmy, where I lived on McLean and Scott and you got all the Irish pubs over there. There's a name for that area. Oh man, I can't think of it anyway. Yeah, I know the American Irish would call them chowder heads. They used to get mad. Yeah, yeah, McLean. I lived on McLean and Scott. I told you, yeah. Cuban Link, the rapper from what was he with Fat Joe and them? Another one. Look at Fat Joe. Tell me, let's take a look at Fat Joe. He ain't the Fat Joe that started from the South Bronx. Fucking wearing makeup, fucking tiger print. What are you doing, Joe? Don't get me on a roll here. J-Lo went to Preston all-girls high school. Well, I mean, look, I didn't know her. I can only tell you that, Maddie, that some hardcore Bronx girls, when I say hardcore, girls that grew up tough, grew up, and I personally know that area where she grew up, okay? And I could tell you, all those years later, when I was roaming that area, and Joe and Joe's was like a mainstay for me, that was still heavily, still in the 90s, it was still an Italian neighborhood, Italian Irish. I don't know what she had hard. Maybe what she had hard in her life was when she became a Scientologist. She had to fucking squeeze an egg or whatever they believe in. I don't know. You know what? I just got an epiphany. Maybe she, J-Lo, right? Her and that other Scientologist scumbag, Grant Cardone, maybe they should get married because she can't go too long without getting married. So the clock is ticking, but this time it looks like maybe her next wedding will be in a jail cell. She'll officially become a butch. Anyway, I love you guys. That pisses Craig off. Yeah, you know that. Hip hop, no, I say for what it is. KRS-One. All I was trying to tell you today was there was, we had a bunch of dudes from around that same time. No doubt hip hop originated in the Bronx. No doubt. But we had a bunch of dudes, LL, Run DMC, EPMD. I mean, there was a bunch that came a little bit after, and they got big in the game. But no doubt, hip hop originated. You can't fight it. Facts are facts, my brother. But on this note, I want to say this. I want to thank everybody for coming in. It was awesome to see you guys and just shoot the breeze. Sorry, I didn't, Jimbo and stuff, but we got something tomorrow night on Patreon. I think, I think tomorrow we got something going on Patreon. And then next week we got Papa Chops coming in the house. I'm going to put him on YouTube probably. So we'll do that. It's going to be a long one. Maybe we'll get him to play some music. I don't know, whoever likes, rhythm and blues will play, maybe. We got some good things coming up. And you know what? Just the conversation alone is good shit. We keep it real. We keep it 100, like they say in the hood, right? Keep it 100. Keep it a buck, right? Matty boy, we keep it in a book. So you know what I like to do. And we're going to do this on the way out the door. I'll talk to you all soon. Love you guys. Be safe. Be well. Let's kick it. I came back. I didn't leave because I know everybody likes to hear that song and they stay. So I forgot. We got a giveaway. We're going to give some shirts away tomorrow night on Patreon, but I'm we're going to give stuff whenever we can, and I'm going to try to make it often. We're going to do giveaways. So I wanted to do something tonight, but it's late now and people that were here are gone. So it's no way it's not, listen, whoever wants to join us over there, join us over there. It is what it is. We'll be giving away membership. Listen, man, whoever we got to gift memberships, we'll do that. We'll get you over. If you really want to be there, we'll get you there. It ain't nothing but a thing. You know what I mean? But what we'll do is me and Gork are going to shoot. I'll figure it out and I'll save a couple of things to give away here on YouTube. Make sure. I don't want nobody saying that Craig's a cheap bastard. All right. So guys, be well. So you know what? Whoever stuck around, guess what? You get to hear this shit one more time. Here we go. Guys, it's great to see you. I'll see you all. Remember, we got a giveaway, a couple of giveaways, and I'll see you next couple of days. Gorky, I'm going to call you.